Yeah, I know, he's all toned. Okay, we're gonna start with our back. Blanket under our head. Oh, strap next to us. Oh, one block on either side. Available to us. I know, I just want to be here for everyone. You're like, no, we have to move. We came to move. We don't have to. Oh yes, Barbara, you're like, we should just know now. We can totally do now.
I mean, we could do a yoga nidra, like a long yoga nidra.
I was laying like this and I went, and my whole spine was all. That's weird.
This weekend?
No, right now.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. Whatever, my spine doesn't do that. So just, I want that to get cracking. Okay, let's take our hands to our belly. Just take a moment to notice your breath. You might feel the skin stretching as you inhale and releasing as you exhale.
Getting the felt sense of the lungs, taking in the breath and releasing the breath. And then notice if you can feel your right side or your left side getting a little bit more breath. Just take a moment of awareness to notice how your solar and your lunar are taking in that breath. Is there a little less breath on your lunar side, on the left side? And are there any mini adjustments that you can make to help you get the breath even through both sides of the body? And considering an area of your life that you would like to bring balance and harmony into this week, this spring. And visualize it already in balance. What would it look like? What would it feel like? What sense do you get?
as this particular space balances out.
Healed. Good. And then we're gonna bend into both knees. Bend the knees, feet flat on the ground, knees facing the sky. We're gonna begin to rock our knees from right to left. Widen the feet as wide as your mat. Take the feet wide, and then again, go right to left, from right to left. And one more time, right to left. Noticing how your hips are doing, how your legs feel. And then next time, let's come up and go over to the right. There's already a block there. If you want to add it underneath that right leg for height, you can. And then consider that left knee to be straight out in front of you. And reach the knee towards the wall in front. And maybe you consider that it's actually that left knee that needs the support, not the right. Just think, does it hurt at all? Because you don't want your left knee to have any pressure. Taking 3 breaths. This is that same leg tap.
And then that goes towards the
Mhm.
left. We're saying, like, when you cue it, you say,
So,
left knee goes to the front wall.
or the mat in front of you, or it's lining up with your spine.
Lining up.
All the options. And then bring the knees back up. Take that block out of the way so that it doesn't interfere. Take the feet as wide as your mat and knock the knees together again. Take a moment to notice how your right side feels versus your left. Remembering today we're balancing those 2 sides together. And then once more, we're going to move, but this time from left to right. Left to right, noticing if it feels different the second time around. Left to right. And next time you come to the left, let's release on this left side. Let the knees drop. And you do have 2 blocks, so you can have a block underneath each knee if you want to.
And it's my side.
Is this your side? Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
But
this
it's
is
on
awesome.
their side, that's what I mean.
Mhm.
Is that right?
It's moving.
It's okay.
You're like about to cry. It's yoga. It's yoga.
I guess.
I mean, it's good for you to be noticing where it's at more than anything. It's good for you to be seeing.
That's definitely the pinch I have struggles with.
Okay, everyone. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the knees back up. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Knock the knees together once more. So good. Good. When you're ready, let's bring the feet back to their normal hip width distance and bring the right knee into the chest. Hug it in. Ooh. rolling that right ankle out. 2, 3, 4, and then roll the right ankle in. 2, 3, and 4. Curl your nose up towards that right knee. Take 3 breaths. And then release your head. Release that right leg. Noticing how that hip feels. If you need to stretch it out in front of you, take a moment just to feel. And then we'll do it on the left. Bring the left knee into the chest. Bring your nose up towards that left knee. And again, 3 breaths. Release the head, keep the knee in, and then roll that left ankle out. And then roll it in. Release that left knee. Notice how that left hip feels. Good. And then we'll take the feet again, hip width distance. Cross the right ankle over the left. Nice. And from here, let's even out those hips, getting both hips on the ground evenly. Notice if your right hip or your left hip wants to lift. Notice your right rib cage and your left rib cage. Even those hips out, even those ribs out. Shoulders, right shoulder, left shoulder. Notice if they're on the ground evenly. And then as you're ready, we're going to lift that left knee, interlacing fingers behind the left thigh. And breathing here, 5 breaths. You can also grab your strap and strap your strap around your left thigh. Good. Release the hands, release the strap, release your left leg, but keep your right ankle crossed and then cross the whole thigh over. Let's take both knees to the left side. You have blocks there. You can always add a little extra height to support the knees as you turn. You can come all the way up on that left hip too. So if you just pick up the hips and scoot to that left hip. Right arm out to the right, looking over those right fingertips. 5 breaths. Good. Bringing the knees back up, evening out those hips, uncross the legs, widen the feet as wide as your mat, knock the knees together. Notice right side versus the left. And once more, find the hips and the shoulders are even on the mat. Bringing the feet back to hip width distance, cross the left ankle over the right. Find both hips evenly reaching, so make any adjustments so that the hips can touch the ground. The shoulders can touch the ground. And then when you're ready, right leg comes up, interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh, or grabbing a strap, or even sometimes the block helps, right? Like then you don't have to hold it. Yeah, then it's there already for you. Some students really like that aspect of it, so you can just work that way. Three more breaths here. Finding shoulders evening out, hips evening out. Release the strap, release the hands, and release that right foot back down, but keep the left ankle crossed. And then let's cross that left thigh all the way over the right. And take the knees to the right. Oh. Adding blocks or support as you need to. One more breath. Oh. Bringing the knees back up, unwinding the legs. Feet as wide as your mat. Knock the knees together. And then let's take 3 breaths. Finding the hips and the shoulders and the ribs, making their way to be even. Good. And then we'll take the soles of the feet together and the knees wide and go the opposite direction. You have your blocks. You can take them under those knees. Especially if your groins feel a little bit tender. You can always angle the blocks in to support you so that it's not so tender, so that you get the opening, but your body gets to relax. And then bring the knees back in together. Yay. Okay. Let's see. One more thing here. Grab a hold of your strap, unroll it. We're going to take the left foot into the strap, grabbing a hold of each side of the strap. Yeah, I don't know why I started on the left, but that's where we're at. And then you're going to extend the left leg out in front of you and the right leg out in front of you. Both feet on the ground, pull the toes back. This is your reset. This is your starting position for this pose. Find the glutes on the ground, both heels on the ground. Hamstrings reaching to the ground, shoulders on the ground. Soften your belly. Raise the left leg up. It's nice. I was looking at it last week.
Actually, the mat and the strap they gave me 7 years ago when I started your class. And I never got to use them.
Pull the toes back, reach through the heels, both feet. Move the left hip away from your waist. So that left hip, just see if you can pull it. It's like an external rotation. I'll come show you. Left hip away from your waist. Yes, that was it. Same. Yes, exactly. It's so micro movement, right? It's like, doesn't open, it doesn't move. You're just like, you can just, so I haven't been touching people with it, but like what I've been saying, and I'm just gonna demo on you, Barbara, is I've been saying move the hip away.
Yeah, it feels like a twig.
And then they do it. But if I wanted to adjust it actually, you can do it like that, right? So I'm actually in it. You can also, interesting enough, use a strap here that ties around here. And then that pulls in, but it has to be the strap going this way, not this way. Does that make sense? Yeah. Grab a hold of the strap with your left hand. Both straps with your left hand. And then we're gonna put the block next to your left hip. I forgot to tell you to set it up. I was so good about doing setups earlier. And then open that left leg out to the left. Yes, Kalani, you got it. But grab a hold of the strap with your left hand so it doesn't feel so complicated. Yes, there you go. And the block is your container for the opening. Good. 5 breaths, getting that left rib cage back down, that right rib cage back down. Beautiful. 3 more breaths. And then bring the strap, bring the leg back up. Yeah, right up. I get so ambitious about what I want to do. Grab a, grab a hold of the strap with your right hand now. And then take it to the right side. And you can come all the way up on that right hip. Your block is there too, so you can always use it as a container to help support. Good. Yes, beautiful. So remember that knee goes to the center, not to the middle. Yeah. So the middle is right about here. Okay. Good. So it kind of plays that. Not, it's not that. No. And go straight. It's straight right now. Exactly. Because now it's lined up straight from here. So when you look at it, you want to look at it this way. Okay. Yeah, not underneath. Okay. Yeah, because now you can line it up in this spot. Makes sense? Yeah. Okay, everybody, bring it back. Woo! You got it. Let's release the strap. We keep the leg lifted. What's this one? Good. Yeah, it's like, wait. And then we're going to slowly point the toes and lower that left leg down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just for fun, kick it back up. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Kick it up. Up. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Relax. Notice all that movement through your left leg. Notice how it feels. Good. And then let's grab our strap. Bring the right foot into the strap this time. Grab a hold of each side of the strap. And then slowly lower that right leg down. Starting position here, we have both glutes on the ground, both toes pull back, both shoulders on the ground, belly relaxes. You want to keep your belly soft. And then slowly lift that right leg up, keep the toes engaged. Elbows in by the ribs. Toes keep pulling back, heels keep reaching. Evening out those hips. Good. Oh, excellent. Nice. Okay, ready? There. You got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Barbara, it looks great. Nice. Lindsay, get that left foot on that right foot on the ground. There. Yes. Exactly. Nice, everybody. Keep working through. All the way. And then if you can, get it yourself, better, right? Because then it's done here. Yeah, and then you got it. Good. Okay, let's grab a hold of this strap with the right hand. That block by your right hip. Yes. And then begin to open that right leg to the right and get the left side down. Yes, nice. The left rib cage, the left lung, the left hip, all down. Good. Mm. One more breath. How did it feel to have a strap with you open? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good strap. Bring it up. Good. And then let's turn. So grab a hold of your strap with that left arm. Do you want to feel the strap?
The difference.
No, you're fine. Just go over. We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah.
I'm down for whatever. It feels good. It's just the hips.
It does. This is what you needed on those hips.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful
Right, for
sequence
sure.
too. And there's like little mixes and matches to go with it too, but it's just nice too.
Oh, I really enjoy it so much.
Let's take 3 more breaths. And then when you're ready, bringing that right leg back up. And then slowly, we're going to keep the leg lifted, but let go of the strap. Pointing through those right toes and slowly lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot and kick it up. And then again, 0.5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Flex the foot. Kick it up. 0.5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice which of your legs feels stronger. Nice. Bending into the knees, feet flat, knocking those knees together. Hips even on the mat, shoulders even on the mat. Good. Rolling ourselves over, pressing into the hands. Let's pick ourselves up. Good. Oh, nice. Please skip the sun salutations today as I'm starting to run out of time. I know. I mean, we have a choice to make between sun salutations or yoga nidra. I think that's the choice. I feel like if nobody has a preference, then let's do like a bridge pose. And that's what I was feeling like. Let's set up our bridge pose and let's play around with our bridge pose and then rest. Does that feel okay to everybody in the camera too? Okay. All right. So we're going to take our blanket and roll it up. I'm going to open it and then roll it. We're going to use this for our shoulders. And I'm going to take myself sideways here so that in the camera I can see. Yeah. My phone. Okay, good. So I have a little roll of my blanket. I'm going to put this behind me and then not this blanket. Yeah, only one. I'm going to grab both of my blocks, and you already know how much height you need. You may not already know how much height you need. So deciding between one block flat, one block on its side, or 2 blocks flat, or 2 blocks up. These are the choices we can make here. So I'm just going to put those next to me in a place that I can reach them. And then I'm going to lie down over my blanket, shoulders on the blanket, kind of like we did last week. Remember, we had the flat blanket, and then you should be able to relax your shoulders over it. My blocks are next to me. So I'm just going to grab them and lift my butt and put one block underneath it. Open up, frame up with the arms, notice how that feels. Or even take the arms in a nice big V overhead. And then as you're ready, consider, maybe I take another block, put it underneath myself, adjust it so I feel balanced. And you may find this is great, or you may find that this feels like a lot of pressure on your head. If it's a lot of pressure on your head, maybe bring it back down, lower it so that it doesn't feel so intense. Good. we'll start finding our way into our most ideal bridge. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. We want to find the place that feels good to the whole body. And then think that you're going to plug in the feet, the centers of the heels, the ball mounts of the big toes. Make your way over to the middle side of the pinky, the middle of the pinky toe side. And from here, imagine you're breathing up the right leg, all the way up the right side of the body, to the right shoulder, the right eye. Cross over to the left side and breathe down the left side of your body, down the left eye, the left shoulder, the left hip, the left leg, down through the left foot. And again, breathing up the right side of your body, all the way up to the right eye, the right forehead, crossing your way over all the way to breathe down the left side of the body, all the way down to the left leg and the left foot. And as you're breathing in this way, imagine you're just running your energy, connecting with the earth, feeling all of your circuits making connections. Almost like you were a circuit board. Breathing up the right and breathing down the left. One more breath. And then as you're ready, walk your feet back a little bit. So we're going to see about curling the right foot underneath us. See if that right foot can make its way to the top of the foot underneath us. Working with the quadricep, working with the ankle, working with the toes even. And it may work and it may not work. Just take a couple of breaths. Release that right foot. Let's do the same thing on the left. Let's see about curling the left foot underneath her. And if it cramps up, let it go. And then release the left foot. Bringing the legs up. Balancing on your blocks. Letting yourself take the legs all the way up. And trying to reach the tailbone towards your blocks. So as your legs come up, you might feel yourself further on your pelvis. So reach the tailbone down towards your blocks. And bend the knees. Make a 90-degree angle with those legs. And then again, you're going to sway from right to left. Almost like you're working out that circuit board on your tailbone. Finding the little spots. And we're gonna cross the right thigh on top of the left thigh like we did earlier. Wind them up and then put the left foot down. Notice how that feels on your hips. You might want to start on your tippy toes to lighten it up and then see if you can put it down. 3 breaths. Unwind. You can bring it up to unwind it. Either way, we'll all bring the legs up. Good. And then let's take again the legs straight. Trying to reach the tailbone for the blocks. Good. Pull the toes back and point the toes and pull the toes back and point the toes. And then bend the knees. Let's cross the left leg over the right this time. And very slowly put those legs down. You might come to your tippy toes first. And then maybe your right foot can come down. Three breaths. Unwind those legs. Maybe they come up as you unwind them. Good. And then we're going to release the feet. Plug the feet in, pressing center of the heel, ball onto the big toe, all the way across. Charge yourself up as you lift your butt. Take the blocks out from underneath you. And then once more, release your butt. Release those hips to the ground. Scoot the hips over to the left as you roll over to the right. And let yourself come up to your seat. Only to take this blanket out from underneath us and come back down. So now we're going to do our practice, our yoga nidra practice. How do we want to set ourselves up? This is a great moment to consider. Here's my suggestion. If we have 2 blankets, we're going to take one of our blankets, the little roll, and instead of it going sideways, it's going to go along with the spine. Good. Now, here's the second thing. If we have a second blanket, we're going to take that blanket as a pillow at the top. If you don't have a second blanket, you're going to take your block underneath as your pillow. And then you're going to grab your bolster. If you have a bolster, grab your bolster. You're going to put it underneath your knees, except the bolster, can you see that for a second? It's going to be propped up. And you can use a pillow too. You can use a couch. The bolster is going to be propped up with a little block underneath it. So it'll just be a little bit higher than it normally would be. Here you go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Good. Isn't that nice? Yeah, this is the super. If you don't have a bolster, it's okay. You can grab a blanket and roll it underneath your knees, and that will also do the trick. So we have a little setup here. I have too many blankets underneath my head. I'm going to show. So I have one block underneath my blanket as a pillow. And then my second blanket is going to get another little roll. And that's going to go underneath my knees here. So I can make my way back and lie down. It's a nice setup. Good. Ooh. Oh, okay. You okay over there? Come on.
I'm feeling a little nauseous right now.
Oh, the bridge did it, didn't it? Yeah, sometimes the bridge will do that. It's interesting. It's like all of that energy flooding to our head. Well, all of a sudden, yeah, I get that. What did you say?
I said I feel like I need to puke.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Um, sometimes we can get ourselves into a little like grounded place, like so I'm grabbing a little block here. I'm sitting on it and putting my armpits in it and just like making a little connection with myself. Sometimes that can help. Like getting myself into a little ball can help. So that you find your sense of grounding again. Yeah, like sitting up for a moment. Making as many connections with yourself as you can make. Just letting yourself ground for a little bit if you need to. But you can also rest on your belly if that feels good to you too, Shivani. At any point, you would change over to be on your belly and just do the crocodile where you're resting your forehead on your hands. That might be nice too to help you like make contact with the ground fully. Take your time. Moving back into our breath. Coming back into your intention of harmony and balance. Seeing yourself in perfect harmony. Feeling what that feels like. And then coming back into the balance of the right side and the left side. Noticing the breath moving evenly through the right and the left. And to top up this balance, Imagine you could breathe up the right nostril and then breathe out the left nostril. Adding a little bit of your imagination to it. Imagine you're breathing up the left side of your spine as you breathe up the left nostril. Exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril, imagining you're breathing up the right side of the spine. Breathing out the left nostril. Breathing in the left. Breathing out the right. With our mind, with our imagination, balancing. Right and left channels. And leave the breath. Imagine now a blue star at your heart. A blue star at your heart. Imagine a blue star at your right shoulder and a blue star at your left shoulder and a blue star at your heart. A blue star in your right elbow, in your left elbow, and in your heart. A blue star in your right wrist, in your left wrist, and at your heart. A blue star at your right hip, in your left hip, and at your heart. A blue star at your right knee, your left knee, and at your heart. A blue star at your right ankle, your left ankle, and at your heart. A blue star in your throat. A blue star at the center of your head. And a blue star at your heart. A blue star in your belly. And in your pelvis. And a blue star at your heart. Now notice all the blue stars in your body. Notice if there's any extra blue stars that your body would like to have. Good. And as you're ready, come back to your intention for harmony. How does it look to have this harmony? How does it look to feel balanced in this area of your life? And begin to deepen your breathing. Begin to deepen the prana through every part of your body, wiggling the fingertips, stretching the toes. Good. And as you're ready, we're going to bring the knees up to our bolsters if we have a bolster. Maybe move the bolster out of the way a little with your legs if it's possible, and then roll yourself over to one side or the other, giving yourself a little boost to come up. Bringing our hands to our heart, bowing down to our heart, to our practice, to our blue star. We created a lot of good energy in this class. May we keep the energy that is just for us, that we need to be nourished, happy, healthy, and at peace and in harmony. And any excess energy be distributed to those who need it the most, so that there can be all around peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Good job, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Kavani. Kavani, you're feeling better? Good. Yeah, when we get nauseous, sometimes we just need to like ground for a moment. So I usually recommend a little squat, like where you hug in, or like you said, a little on your belly where you can just let yourself make the connection with the earth. Because what happens is we get ungrounded and then we get disoriented and we get nauseous. Especially in those poses. There's a couple of those poses where that can happen. So it's important that if we feel at any point ungrounded in the poses, that we bring it down, right? Then we're like, nope, nope. Because it's really, it can be really intense. It can be really intense for sure. So I'm glad you're feeling better. Now you can go on with the rest of your day.
Well, have a great day. See you Thursday.
See you on Thursday, Kavani. See you on Thursday, and bye.
So we don't know anything about the classes yet?
No, not yet, but it should be this week. So I'll keep checking on it. I'll keep
Okay.
checking on it. There's so many students waiting for them. Nobody can get in without permissions.
Okay.
And Renee's too busy to make any overrides right now.
Okay,
So yeah, I've had several students tell me they've already reached out to her and she's not quite on it. So she's not there yet. She's not there yet. It's fine. Give her exactly.
Okay.
We'll just give her some space. So as soon as I find out anything, I'll let you know.
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.